Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. I've got a cinnamon disc in my mouth, so here I am. It is Thursday. It's time for some simple stamping. And I come here every Thursday to do hashtag simple stamping with you. Today's a little different because I'm going to do a quick walkthrough the new Celebration brochure. So if you are unaware, hey Jackie, I'm glad you're here with me live. If you're unaware, Celebration 2022 has kicked off as of Tuesday, and this past Tuesday, 2 days ago, I did a walk through the entire new mini catalog, January to June mini catalog. So today I'm going to walk through just a brief view, hey Geraldine, the Celebration book, so you can see all the free options. And if Celebration is new to you, Celebration is running from January the 3rd, actually the 4th, all the way through to February the 28th. So we have 2 months of lots of things that are free. So I have a lot to show you today. Plus I'm going to do a little bit of stamping with you with one of our stamp sets that you can earn for free with a $50 order. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and bring the camera down and see where we go with this awesome new Celebration 2022 book. If you are watching this either now or later when you're watching the replay, I would love it if you would just type replay in the comments, and that way I know you're here. If you are still needing one of these brochures, let me know. I mean, you can see it online, but if you would like one of the actual, if you would like a physical brochure, let me know. So let me show you really quick what's what in here, and then we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So, as I said, this runs all the way through the end of February, and everything in here is a free item. So this stamp set here is the one I'm going to be using today for our simple stamping, called Island Vibes. It is a cling rubber stamp set with some beautiful, really heavily detailed images and they're actually the distinctive. So those have some special properties to them, and you'll see what I mean when we do a little stamping with that. Free designer series paper you can get. This is another one you can get free with a $50 order. This is the Daffodil Afternoon. It's gorgeous paper. Hey, Jennifer, I'm glad you're here with us as well. And let me just show you that this paper coordinates with this bundle that is in the mini catalog. So this is a gorgeous stamp set. It does have coordinating dies, which I thought were right here, but I have not, oh yeah, I haven't even mounted these yet. I have already started stamping with this beautiful, beautiful images. So it is fun to have paper that coordinates with something. So you can buy this. I think this bundle is about $52.75. And if you get the paper for free. So that's kind of a fun way to do your shopping and makes it extra affordable. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you're here with us as well. So lots of really cool samples using the paper, using the stamps, using the dies, all coordinating. Another adorable free stamp set is this one called Catching Butterflies. Super cute little girl and some lovely little greetings, little butterflies, lots of fun things there. Driving By, really cool. Vehicles, you can do lots of fun things with these. So they definitely have a retro look to them, and yeah, they're lots of fun to work with. Then there's another set of papers that coordinates with something in the mini catalog. Now I don't, oh, you know what? I do have this. Hang on. Rainbow of Happiness. So the stamp set that coordinates with it. There's also some dies. So the paper is fun, happy, bright colors. It can go with anything. You don't have to have the stamp set and the bundle that goes with it. But it's fun to have all that coordination. This Marvelous paper, super fun to use. Almost looks like it has like shaving cream on it or something. Really fun. I actually made a card with this, featured it on my blog maybe last week. and can't find the card anywhere in my studio. But there you go. It's free with a $50 order. It's a stack of 6x6 paper. And that is the same as this rainbow paper as well, Sunshine and Rainbows. Both of these are 6x6 stacks. The Awesome Otters, adorable. So I did a boy and girl birthday card with that. I've been working with this today. This is free with a $100 order. So you get this awesome stamp set. Let me grab it over here. Like I said, I've been working with this most of this afternoon. Beautiful, beautiful stamp set. Perfect for beginners because it kind of has a little bit of everything you need. You've got birthday, you've got hello, you've got a love and support here. You can do lots of fun things with this. It comes with paper that coordinates. So with a $100 order, you get the whole set of stamps. These are photopolymer, plus you get the whole stack of gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Coordination is beautiful on here. Another item you can get with a $100 order is a beautiful, beautiful all sentiment stamp set. So this is another one. See, somehow my phone started dialing 911. It wants to start calling 911. I don't know. These iPhones can be really sensitive, and I had this happen once before, but I was actually able to avert it before it started calling the police. Craziness. Oh. It's going to be one of those days on Facebook Live. Okay, let's try again. As I was saying before, I rudely interrupted myself with my phone going wacko on me. This is an all sentiment stamp set. It is called Special Moments. It's awesome. Look at how many stamps you get. This is 21 stamps in here. You get it free with a $100 order. And then, but wait, there's more. There is more. When you host a gathering or you place your own order that comes out to $300, you get this gorgeous stamp set for free. Calming Camellia. This is not even, you know, when you get, once you get to $150 in orders with Stampin' Up, you start earning free products. And then you have a certain amount used towards that, and they're called stamping rewards or host rewards. This is not even, you don't even have to take this out of that. You just get this free. You just get it free for placing an order of that size. And then last but not least, and my favorite thing, is that when you join Stampin' Up right now, you get 2 stamp sets for free. Anything you want on top of the already awesome deal of $125 of whatever you want for $99 plus 2 stamp sets for free. So it is awesome. Hey, Dudley, I'm glad you're here with us. So this is the Celebration brochure. Lots of goodies. You can check it out online. Or I can send you one, a physical copy if you don't already have it. Let me show you a few little samples, and then we're going to do a little bit of, oh, here's mine. Here's my boy and girl birthday cards that I made with the Awesome Otters. And I also used, so the stamp set's free with a $50 order. And then I used the paper. This is that Marvelicious, Simply Marble. I want to call it Marvelicious. I don't know why. Simply Marvelous Designer Series paper. And it is free with a $50 order as well. So I did a top fold here and a side fold here. Same thing, I mean, in the sense that they both use a half sheet of cardstock. So this one, hey, Valerie, I'm glad you're here from Canada. I imagine it's a little colder where you are than where I am. And I'm glad Valerie's here. So yes, I love this paper, love these. The Awesome Otters are super cute. I think this would be cute for anybody, but I particularly had some of my grandchildren in mind when I was creating that. These are some swaps that I received. This is a cute Otter card, and this uses that, this is that rainbow paper. So you can see how you don't have to have the rainbows to work with that paper. Here's another one of the Simply Marvelous papers. And look at how cute it is with the cars. You've got style. I think that is adorable. Here's another one with that Simply Marvelous paper, and this time it has the girl chasing the butterflies. And isn't that cute? Almost looks like, you know, like sky behind you. This is using the bundle, the rainbow bundle with the rainbow paper. So, hey, Jill, I'm glad you joined us. Just going through a few of my Celebration swaps. And then I have several that use the Friendly Hello, where you get the paper with it as well. So this one, I love that she, this demonstrator used the paper and then just stamped the bird with the flowers and didn't color it in. Really pretty, really simple card. Again, this is perfect for beginner stampers, or if you've been stamping for a long time, you're going to love these images. Again, here is just using the stamps and not coloring it in. Look how this person incorporated some of that fun silver, can't remember the name of it, that ribbon that's all, it's like icicles. I love it. Beautiful, simple sympathy card. And this is really coming in using the paper. So this is, the sympathy greeting is not part of this stamp set. Here's another one using a lot of stamped images and using a little bit of color, but not coloring in. This one is where they've actually colored in the bird. Really easy to do. I think this is a fancy fold. Let me pull this out. I love to keep them in these, you know, we have these clear envelopes. Sometimes people don't realize we sell these. You can mail in these, but you do have to use an extra ounce stamp. So they have to be processed a little bit differently. Oh, look, this is a cute little pocket card. Isn't that cute? So the other thing that I love about these is they really protect your projects. So let's do, and here's one that I did. This is using the stamp set that I'm going to use today, and it is called Island Vibes. So I felt like this is probably, at least in my mind, the most challenging one to use, but believe it or not, it's perfect for simple stamping. So let's see what I can come up with for it today. We're going to do a little simple stamping. Now, for that, I'm going to use one of my basic white note cards. This comes with the envelopes already, and you get 20 of them in a package. I think they're $7.50. Really affordable. The finished size of the card is 3.5 by 5, and it goes for a single stamp. What I like to do is, just in case I were to stamp on here, and didn't do a very good job of getting this folded down and lined up. Here we go. Just in case I mess up on here, I like to cut a basic white panel to put on top so that if I mess up, I don't mess up the entire note card. So that's just my little tip when using note cards and envelopes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate this stamp set here, Biggest Wish. I love this stamp set. Another great stamp set for brand new, brand new people, stamping, brand new stampers, but also for those of us who've been stamping a long time, you kind of have everything you need here with regard to greetings. Because there's no greetings in the stamp set, I wanted to use some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this gorgeous image right down here. Now I could go twice, but I'm actually just going to do it the one time. But we're going to do a little fancy footwork with the ink. I'm going to do a little, I got this hard candy in my mouth still. We're going to do a little bit of the kissing technique, and we're going to use 2 different colors to make these leaves really pop. And we are going to use a sponge dauber. I'm going to go with Super Bright, and this is Granny Apple Green, one of our brights. And because this is a distinctive stamp, you'll see that some areas of these leaves are really heavily inked and some of them are not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come along here with the Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to grab some ink, and I'm actually going to go into the areas that are a little bit lighter on the ink and just add some of this kind of teal color so that I get some variation in my green. So let's see how this is going to look right down here. I haven't actually done this card, so We'll see how we come out. Hopefully I'm straight. We're going to live dangerously and just go for it. Woohoo! Look at there. That turned out perfect. Do you see how I've created several shades of green by using both Granny Apple Green and Bermuda Bay? So it's really, really nice and tropical looking. Now I'm going to come along here with my Hello Friend. Woo, they're sticking to my, let me get this back on here. There's my Hello. And there's my Friend. And I think I'm going to bring in a little bit of black to make things pop. So let's go Hello in, let's do the Hello in Bermuda Bay. Let's grab this. Because when you're using the photopolymer stamps, your best bet is to have a little pad underneath you. Hey, Terry Lynn, I'm glad you are coming to us from the Big Lou and that you are liking my color choices. Honestly, that, I don't even think I'm going to add the Friend. I think I'm just going to go Hello. That's going to be that. I think that is classic and really pretty. So you tell me what you think, but I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals, and that is going to be that. Well, let's see. Let's add the Friend. There's a lot of white space there for my taste. I tend to not want too much white space. I know some people like a lot of it. I tend to like a smaller amount. So let's come along here with the Friend in Granny Apple Green and see how we get on. Let's go over here. Let's see what we think. I have a second panel ready to go if I don't like it. I think I like that. I'm upside down, so you can tell me what you think. So that's our simple card. And I'm going to just pop this on here. I will say, my husband would love this. My husband's often asking me, I need a card. I need a card, and I need it to not be all frilly and girly. So I think this is a great guy card when they just want to drop a note to a friend. And even if, like, we were on vacation and we took some friends to lunch that live in another, well, they live in Florida, and live in a different city from where we were staying, but they drove up and met us and we had lunch together. Even though we took them to lunch, this would be a fun card to send and just say, hey, thanks for meeting us. It was so good to see you. This would be that perfect card for that. Thank you for the input, Valerie. That helps me a ton. So that I've popped up on dimensionals, and so there I have a super simple note card ready to mail. Now, one thing I do want to do, I want to add this same green to my envelope to really make it stepped up and special. Well, not stepped up, but you know what I mean. So let's take this green again. Let's ink it up really good. And then let's add some Bermuda Bay and see where we get. We're just going to kiss this color right into the areas where you can tell there's not as much ink. And that is going to give us this beautiful, beautiful look with lots of variation. And now I have an envelope that coordinates, and all I've used is stamps, ink, and paper. Perfect card for anybody, but I'm thinking this is a great card to give a guy, whether you're sending it to him or giving it to him as a gift to send. So now I'm going to do the same thing, but we're going to step it up a little bit. And this time I'm using a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of basic white cardstock, and we're going to add those leaves on here. This is a larger piece. My other basic white note card was 3 1/2 by 5. This is 5 1/4 by 4, so I have a little bit more room. So I think I'm gonna try to do 2 of these sets of leaves. We'll see how we get on. Let's try this and see where we go. I think I'm going to go right up against there like so. I'm glad you're liking the colors together, Jackie. Oh yeah, that's really looking good. Actually, I think I better leave it. I think less is more, and I don't want to have to line that up. Now let's see what we can do by adding a pop of color. Let's see what happens if we add a little bit of Magenta Madness. What do we think, folks? I thought let's just step it up with some color, a colored card base. Hola, Adriana. ¿Cómo está? Bienvenidos. We're glad you're here with us today. Pulling out the Spanish, my very rusty Spanish. Now, I'm going to put my greeting up here. But while I'm stepping this up, you tell me what you think. This is tone on tone, white on white, but I think it might be really fun. I found this was just in my scrap bin, and I thought, well, let's try it and see what we think. I think Hello Friend will all fit there. And I think it will just be fun. So let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a whirl and see what we think. Because I can step this up by just adding some extra cardstock. And I have a little embellishment as well. But I thought, well, I could step it up by adding this really kind of eyelet looking die cut that was just in my scrap bin from something that I didn't get used. Okay, so you're liking the pink and green combo. All right, Lisa, thank you for your input. That helps me know if I'm on the right track. Now let's come along with Granny Smith Green. Granny Smith, Granny Apple. Granny Smith is a type of apple. Granny Apple Green. Let's go with Hello Friend. And this color combo is actually, oh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Look how that gives a lot of texture. Oh, I think this is going to be a fun card. You know, sometimes you just start playing with stuff and it just comes together in a way that maybe you wouldn't have expected, but you really like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop this panel down directly. I guess I have right in front of me some, my adhesives are right here. So I think what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of seal here. And this is a 5 1/4 by 4 inch panel. I'm going to put one on the inside as well because this Magenta Madness is super, super bright. I could write on the inside, but I do think when the color's that dark, I like to have the white on the inside. So now this I'm going to pop up on dimensionals, and I think it's going to turn out really, really pretty. And I think I could probably enter this in my team. We have a Facebook group, and we do creative challenges on there a couple of times a month. And we always have one going, and it's called Something Old, Something New. And it's kind of a catch-all because you can upload any project that uses a current stamp set, and then the paper and the embellishments and things, they can be current or retired. And I think all this is current, but I think this would inspire some of my team people. So I'm liking that just the way it is, a whole lot. However, wait, there's more. And I haven't used these yet. I'm super excited about them. If I can, here we go. Look at these new Faux Sea Glass. They're little self-adhesive elements. And I think they're going to be perfect with this. So let's see, because we've kind of got this island theme, and sea glass is definitely an island type vibe. So let's see. So Linda, you're liking these cards. See, I'm thinking that this particular stamp set might be a little bit of a sleeper with Celebration because there's no greetings. People might think, well, you know, there's only 3 stamps, but they're gorgeous because they have that element of the, what do you call it, ink. Not inspirations, what is it called? It's distinctive, there we go. So I'm going to just cut this down here like this, and that way I can just slide this out and then slide it back in without having to open and close that thing all the time. So that, I think, is a tip that every one of us can use. Now, I'm going to use my pick a tool, and I'm going to grab some of these little sea glass pieces. Look how delicate they are. Oh my gosh, I think I'm in love. Are these just beautiful or what? They're so small and so delicate. I think sometimes less is more and sometimes more is more. I think this is going to be a more is more. So I am going to do like that. And I think I just love this card. The colors are really outstanding, and they're not mine. Let me show you. I say they're not mine. Let me see. Where's my little color scheme? So, you know, I do link these periodically. Stampin' Up! Gives us these color swatch, these color combos, and I use them a lot. So here's Magenta Madness with Granny Apple Green. Now, I used Bermuda Bay instead of Pool Party, although these are Pool Party, because Pool Party, you would have never seen it in these green leaves. So I'm in love with this. I love this little element right here. And truth be told, I think this was in my scrap pile because some of these little edges didn't get cut, I think they were on the edge and they didn't come through all the way. But I think they it just looks like an old piece of eyelet lace. So I think that, I think they're super fun. So it's bright, it's clean, it's not fussy at all. Now we do need to bring to the inside, I need to bring those leaves all the way through. So I think I might try putting them in this corner instead. I will tell you folks that this little technique, this little kissing technique, I think is a little bit addictive with this particular leafy stamp. These tropical leaves are beautiful with this technique, and this color combo is really the bomb. So Bermuda Bay and it is Granny Apple Green. Here I was thinking I said it wrong, but I didn't. Now no, it needs to go in this corner because of the way it's configured. So let's just bring that right there. And this is going to go on the inside. Yeah, it is a really clean and fresh look, Lisa. You're right. I love it. The variation on the greens, you know, between it being a distinctive stamp, which gives it so much detail, and then the 2 different colors, yeah, you've got a lot to love. So, really, really fun card. Let's pop this in here. Now, I am going to give away, this card. So let me know with the comments in here if you want to get this card. I'm going to draw names, and somebody's going to win this card for free. I'm going to mail it to you. So if I don't have your mailing, if you don't have your mailing address and your name gets drawn, I'll draw later today. I'll just message. I'll put it on here and say I need you to private message me. So here's what I had done before. And this I actually made for a swap, and I used that same. Now you can see how it looks without the 2 colors. The variation in the shading is all done because of the distinctive stamp. And this is that marvelous, Simply Marvelous paper, which to me, the blue one looks a lot like sky. So 2 different, very different looks. Now where's my simple card from today? Where did I put it? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's my original for today. So there's my simple, and there's my stepped up. So I think this was super fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. You know, I tend to like stamping on the fly with you guys. I usually don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I had cut my pieces, pulled that out of the scrap pile, And when I was looking for some kind of an embellishment, I saw these little sea glass and went, oh, they're the perfect color for what I'm doing. So yeah, that's what we've got today. Simple stamping with Island Vibes. So I think that each one of these stamps, although there's only 3 stamps in the set, they have such detail, and each one kind of stands alone. So I would do something with just, we'll be doing some of these as the weeks progress and we head towards the end of February and the end of Celebration. Yes, Terry Lynn, this does look like my trip to Hawaii. And, you know, I've still got some scrapbooking to do from my Maui trip. I did some of it, but I haven't done all of it. And I think these might be perfect for that. Okay, folks, I'm going to love you and leave you. I apologize for the craziness where my phone started dialing 911. Never a dull moment at sweetstamper.com. So I will be here with you again on Tuesday. And oh yay, Jackie said she wasn't sure she was going to like that set. You know, that's what we do as demonstrators. And I think that's, sometimes we feel like that's kind of a funky name, that we're Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, but we do demonstrate the products. And I think that a lot of times we look at something in the catalog and go, oh, that's okay. But then when we see it used and somebody demonstrates it, then it comes to life for us. So I appreciate your positive feedback. That helps me a lot. So if you are watching on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget, I will be here on Tuesday for Teach Me Tuesday, and I am still 4 o'clock every week on Tuesday and Thursday. And if you need to place an order, I would love for you to do it with me. And remember that right now you get something free like this beautiful Island Vibe stamp set with every $50 you spend. So you can do just a $50 order, but with every $50, so if you do a $200 order, you can get 4 free items, or you know, you can, some of the items are free with a $100 order, the kind of heftier items. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and God bless.